Living Green on Smile 90.4 FM.
It is always difficult to part with our hard-earned cash, but we need to sometimes, especially for good causes. And like we always say, every little bit helps. But the problem is, who do we give to? Who is legitimate, and how do we know that they are legitimate? The answer to that question is, quite frankly, not always clear-cut. But what we suggest is always go for the trusted and long-standing organizations with a good track record, rather than new or possibly fly-by-night organizations that will just pocket your cash for themselves. And there are a lot of those type out there, so always be very careful.
See, the problem is we're really willing to give, and there are quite a lot of people that are willing to take our cash, but not willing to use it for the purpose that they told us they were going to use it for.
That's true.
So we tend to donate money just to who comes knocking for a donation, not because we're we want to help, and sometimes there are people that take money and, like I said, they don't use it. So often the money doesn't go where it actually is needed. It's spent more on administrative costs of running an organization rather than on the ground on actually actively protecting things like the rhinos.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, in the past here in the show, we have given you some details on which organizations are the safest to donate to in order to fight, for instance, rhino poaching. Now there is a brand new organization that was established as sort of a joint collaboration between South African National Parks, or SANParks, Bavaria 0.0%, and South Africa's Big Five retailers, Woolworths, Spar, Massmart, Pick n Pay, and certain divisions of the Shoprite Checkers Group.
It's called the Adopt Our Rhinos Don't Die campaign, and it's the very first to bear the official SANParks fundraising seal, which will ensure piece of fundraising will go directly into rhino anti-poaching activities. Now, SANParks CEO Dr. David Mabunda said in a press statement that as the custodian and sanctuary for the majority of Africa's rhino population and 91% of the world rhino population, it was distressing that, with the exception of certain initiatives, for example, the honorary rangers, one of 2012, SANParks has not received a single cent from independent rhino fundraisers this year. He also said that all money donated through the Adopt So Our Rhinos Don't Die campaign will be held in a ring-fenced account and strictly utilized for SANParks anti-poaching rhino programs and interventions.
Yeah, that is absolutely wonderful. A great initiative, if you ask me. And it certainly should be welcomed, bearing in mind that so far this year, 746 rhinos have been poached already. 746 and counting.